Welcome to the Anatomy of a Strategy podcast. I'm Carlos Pacheco.
And I'm Tara Hunt.
And today we have a very special episode. We talk with Benoit Meunier, who's a designer in Montreal. He came to our attention because he wrote a very thoughtful, introspective LinkedIn post about going viral online, and we needed to talk to him.
Yes, so stay tuned for a lesson in anatomy of going viral.
So, we have here today Benoit Meunier, who is a senior designer at IBM. Benoit, am I saying your name right? Benoit Meunier?
Absolutely, Benoit. You got it right, yeah.
Excellent. Well, I want to just set this up a little bit and say that the reason that Benoit is here today with us, other than the fact he is a brilliant designer, is the fact that I came across a post of his on LinkedIn last week, and he was talking about a viral experience that he had on a platform called TikTok. For those of you who are not in the know or don't have kids, usually, that's how it goes. TikTok is sort of like Vine, has sort of a musical underpinning. It's short videos. People do all sorts of creative sketches, I guess, to entertain. And Benoit had one of those viral videos. So we're going to talk today a little bit about how that happened. Benoit, you're not a teenager yourself, right?
No. Oh,
No.
Absolutely.
We'll talk a little bit about your background, how you got onto TikTok, and how you came about recording and posting the video. If you haven't seen the video, we'll be posting it in our show notes here, but we'll also describe it, or we'll have Benoit describe it a little bit here today. And then what's really interesting to me is the follow-up of it. So we're loosely calling this episode Anatomy of a Viral Video.
Wow, okay.
Because a lot of people talk about wanting to go viral, but it's not something that you really plan for, is it, Benoit?
I'm not sure we can plan it. I'm not sure it's possible to plan it. Yeah.
So, with all that being said, Benoit, please tell us a little bit about who you are, and pre-viral sensation. Who are you, and what do you do for a living?
I'm not the same anymore now that I'm viral. I'm a star. No, I do pretty much the same thing. I forgot my keys tomorrow. I forgot my coffee. I have some laundry to do. Same thing, didn't change. For the last maybe 15 years and maybe more, my God, I think I was a designer for forever, I think. A UX designer. So I started 7, 18, 20, I don't know, it's so long ago. Someone said, you know what you're doing with the usability stuff, doing wireframes and observing users and all of that. This is called UX. So I started UX maybe 18, 20 years ago. I was a freelance. And now I'm still a senior designer at IBM. I mostly design product and services that help people be better at what they love. This is what I love to say, and it's true. I think that means I drive the user experience strategy and vision as a consultant in IBM to help our clients, achieve great goals on bringing to life simple, innovative experience. So I'm doing that in IBM right now. I'm mostly doing UX. For the last 2-3 years, I was a design thinking coach, IBM. So design thinking is very popular right now. It's something that a lot of organizations love and implement in their culture. So I'm a coach. I help people. I facilitate and do everything around design thinking.
Excellent. That is a very, mature, grown-up job. Takes a lot of time. So you speak at a lot of conferences as well, or you go to a lot of conferences. Is that...
I do. I do a lot of conferences. I post a lot of things. I do a lot of research, share a lot of things about design, and I'm involved. Montreal is very not small, but everyone know each other. So if you do go at the conference, you will pretty much know every other conference. And so
That's very, very. As somebody who's from Montreal, it's so true.
Yeah. Well, it's a wonderfully tight community, that's for
It is.
sure.
It
So, TikTok. Maybe describe TikTok, because I probably didn't do it justice. I myself haven't really done much with it. We did a bit on Vine, and we can talk about that later. But I found TikTok and its predecessor, Musical.ly, a little too annoying for my taste. Maybe you can talk a little bit about what TikTok is and how you discovered it.
I discovered two ways. I'm a designer, so observing people using their phone, their computer, what they are doing, whatever they order, coffee or waiting in line. I love to understand how they behave, what they are trying to do or think, whatever. And for the last maybe 2-3 months, I saw this little D, like 3D logos, a little bit everywhere. I said, what is that? What is that? I had really to. And I saw a lot of people just doing some selfie and singing without singing, like lip syncing in the middle of the airport and whatever. So it was very weird. I really wanted to know more. And I have a cousin, Samuel, and I'm paying him maybe, I don't know, a coffee and a breakfast. And every month I ask him, please tell me what you're doing with your smartphone. What is new? What is fresh right now? What you're doing at school? What people are sharing? Explain what you're using. And I love that because I'm describing a lot of way they are, I don't know, talking, how they chat, how they use email. They don't. He said, I tried the TikTok and installed TikTok. I said, okay. So my girlfriend said, install TikTok just for fun. And after 3 hours of scrolling TikTok, I was just hooked. I said, oh. So I have to install it. And of course,
so what hooked you onto TikTok, first of all?
What hooked me?
Yeah.
In social media, there's a lot of negativity, but on TikTok, I don't know why. People laugh, sing, dance, and they try to have fun, and not just to be popular or to show to have fun, but just to have real fun. And this is something very not just interesting, but very refreshing in social media network. To just have fun and produce content, even if they are bad, they feel that this music is part of them, and they just want to dance and share it, and that's it. And so that's wonderful. I love it so much. And everyone is no shame, just having fun with friends and all. So it was a wave of positivity, of dance. I was alone in my hotel room and seeing people dancing to my old song, 90s song and all. So I thought, wow. So after 2-3 hours, I was just hooked and I had to go sleep. And normally I don't consume a lot of content on social media. I'm there. I'm trying to listen more about understanding how they are using it, the comments, what's trendy and why it's trendy and all. But I was hooked because it was just fun to do. And as a designer, what was something that I love? My truth is doing something, having a concrete experience and putting it in the hand of the user. That's all I am. In design thinking, it's all about how can you observe, reflect, but how can you prototype and put something in the hand of the user? And so doing something with it, I had to do it. So I saw this concept of people running in front of a mirror and said, why not? And I think I will do it. I don't know when I have to do it. I had a meeting. It was canceled. So the lounge was closed. I was hungry. I didn't know what to do. I saw a big mirror. So I just record myself doing it. I edited for, 10 minutes. People think that it's very hard to do, that it was very complicated. It's not. I just had fun in one take. I didn't reshoot it and just run, have fun with it. Edit it and put it on TikTok. Can close it and went to my day. And that's it. But it's so when I came back to my hotel room, maybe 4 or 5 hours later, I had like 68,000 views. I said, whoa, what's happening right now?
Wow.
So look at the phone and saw the views just going up, going up, going up, going up. So I just freaked out.
So you went for lunch or to your
Yeah.
next meeting or whatever, and then that was like just for an hour or two, and you got
That's
back
it.
and there was 68,000 views.
Yeah, exactly. 2-3 hours. That's it.
And this was this your first post then on TikTok, or you had done a bit of experimenting previously?
I'm not sure. I think it was one of my first one. No. Okay, I put some because I'm trying things on Instagram, on YouTube, and things like that. So I had to post 2-3 videos I made. I've done this video just for TikTok. I believe in trying. Apps natively, record natively. Twitter have a native way of recording things. TikTok, Instagram, Snaps. I'm trying things natively. I'm just because I have to understand the platform.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So it was my first one that I just recorded with TikTok, and 2-3 hours later, there it is.
That is so
wow. That's like the fact that you hit almost a home run, like the first try is beyond amazing. I mean, almost the first try, but it's beyond amazing. But it also reminds me a lot of my experience because
we went our dog went viral.
Yeah, well, the same thing with us where we're early adopters. We're always sort of trying the latest app.
Yeah.
I would say TikTok is the app where I've been the least interested in trying, just because it makes me feel old.
Totally.
But and we don't have kids, so it's sort of like we don't really have the willingness to sort of like feels weird a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Literally the same thing happened to us where we were both sort of like messing around with Vine and just decided to record our dog.
He was sitting on my lap.
Yeah, In the Club by 50 Cent was playing. I told Tara, I says, why don't you like bob him around like he's to the song. He was
already bobbing.
Yeah, you were sort of already bobbing. And then basically I looped that in. And because of the music and the bobbing and the fact that he's a pug and he's really cute, so that combination, happened. And it didn't go viral right away.
Oh, no?
Maybe a week later or 2 weeks later, we're in Portugal and not on Wi-Fi, not using data. And once I found a Wi-Fi spot, I turned on my phone, and all of a sudden, like,
blew up.
It was like something's happening. I have no idea what's happening, and it was like the craziest thing. Anyways, I totally get. I'm like, I feel like a kindred spirit with you in terms of that.
Yeah.
So how did you felt? What was your discussion between the two of you? What did you said to each other?
Well, we're also interested in asking you too about that. But what we were like is like, why this video? It was like, why did we?
Absolutely.
Like, Carlos had been putting up videos. I've been creating content since like early 2000s. And, I had some success with that, obviously, but never like this. So we were like, why this video? Is so simple. He was literally, he's cute. And he was like kind of funny looking because he was very much...
Could you say that it was luck, timing?
Yeah, could be a little bit of everything. It's like...
early adoption.
Right platform, right place, right time.
Yeah.
Right pug, right song.
Right.
Like it's so, and it was just really it was a simple moment. There was no intention at all to go viral. We had been enjoying Vine a bit because we liked that it was so lightweight and we liked seeing people get really creative. TikTok being an iteration on that, it's we see a lot of the similarities, but Vine really was a groundbreaker on that side where it made that sort of short content bursts and creativity very accessible to a lot of people. So tell us a little bit though, what's interesting, because ours was really simple. Ridley was sitting on my lap. We pulled over the car and Carlos recorded and posted, and that was it. For you, this looks a little bit more complicated. Like, what's the process of running through obviously there weren't several mirrors in your hotel room. There was one.
Just one. I have 2 doors, so that it was easy to just run very, very fast. I don't know what my neighbor would had in mind when they heard me just running and running. I don't know. Anyway, it was. I'll make a little detour, but I started vlogging maybe 3 months, 4 months ago. But the story is not about that. It's just about I'm trying to understand how to tell better story in a video, and I don't want to use too much widget or plugins or things like that. It's like my PowerPoint. I love them when there's just one picture or one text. I have to be good with just that.
Yeah.
And so I bought a gimbal maybe one year ago. It's always with me. And of course, I saw a gimbal make everything smooth. And so I can run if I want, but will stay smooth. So I say, oh, wow, there it is. I just have to put my phone in. It's an iPhone, and it's an old iPhone 7 with a moment lens, wide lens. I'm using it for pretty much every vlog that I'm shoot. Pretty standard. I didn't plan for it. So I just put it on my gimbal and run. That's it. And I open Final Cut Pro because it's installed in my computer, and this is what I use for since last December. And just ramp it up a little bit at the end to make sure that it's just a hard cut, just not a hard cut. Put the same music I saw on TikTok, and that's it. So people ask me, "Wow, does it take
hours and hours?" Yeah,
hours. No, absolutely not. Just I wanted to, and this is what I want to do in my vlog in PowerPoint, in my design. In fact, minimal stuff, just keep it in the flow. Yes. So it's like 13, 14 cuts, one after the other, and with the music, and that's it. So
it's simple and effective. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. But it looks like it would be more complicated than that, I think, because of the effect that it has. There was a big Viner back in the day who used to do a lot of optical illusions. I can't remember. Zach, yeah.
Oh, Zach, well, yeah.
Yeah, and he used to do, and I remember seeing like him in a video talking about how he does it, and it's like he had the same approach as you, is like, how simple can he make it and like still make it look like magic? And it's pretty cool. And I think that's part of what the appeal of these platforms is their limitations breed a lot of creativity. The more simple you can make it, the more magical I think the outcome is. It's super effective for sure.
And it's very creative. I love TikTok because people are trying things with their smartphones, doing crazy transition, being very creative in their own room with 15 seconds. I must say they are disrupting a little bit not the filmmakers, but they have to look at it. They have to I know that some of my colleagues that I now in touch with are looking at TikTok and are a little bit amazed about what you can do with just a smartphone and some transition and with an iPad and just having fun here and there. And I think we will see a lot of this kind of video style in a movie very soon. I don't know why, but it's so effective because it's simple, but it's authentic and people just have fun. And like Zach, I remember when I saw some of these video lately, and he said at the beginning, yes, it was simple, but I had so much fun doing it.
Absolutely. Well, and we just actually recently recorded one of our rants. It'll be probably up before we put up your story. But we talked about how traditional advertising, marketing, and media tend to overthink, overdo, overplan, overproduce everything. And the outcome just really doesn't land very well. And it seems like, I think part of the, the intentionality of what you're doing is having fun, is experimenting. There was you didn't like say, oh, I'm going to go viral or I'm going to do like this big production. Like, because it's so real, that's part of the, that authenticity of the medium. And like, it's great. It's a democratizing platform that does provide all sorts of opportunities for anyone of any age, of any skill level, to be creative and put something out there.
The problem right now, I think so, is that they have fun, but as soon as they have a little bit of popularity or if some friends are sharing it or like myself, I care now a little bit too much about other people's opinions or what they are thinking about what I'm pushing and I'll share next. And this is the hard part. And I saw that with some of my cousin and some of his friend. Other people opinion of what they are pushing it on, what they share, what the video is. It's the other side of the coin that is. I'm very afraid, because they are doing it with fun and the right intention, great. But there's something back in their mind that said, do you think they will like it? Do you think that I will look good? And it's a bigger part that I thought. And this is something very important in my life, to not care. I don't want to say I don't care about other people's opinion, but if you don't want to be frozen, if you want to be creative and all, you just have to do, and the process of it will bring something great. You'll fail. Well, you learn from it, and you have to be in peace with what people will say. And that was the story of my life. People said, no, you should do that, shouldn't do that. And I done it. I failed. And the fourth time I succeed, and I had fun while doing it. But right now on TikTok, I saw a lot of people, I don't know, they're taking 2-3 hours to record a 15-second video. And as soon as they don't have they don't have 10 or 20 likes, they delete it. And that's another problem. So people that have real fun, they're really authentic, and then don't care too much about the outcome, but more about the process, are the one who have the more success, I think. It's what I saw.
Well, I mean, it's interesting, because this is one of the reasons why we wanted to talk to you, and what really drew me to your post was you were talking, I think you said, I'm so grateful for, this success. I'll maybe even pat myself on the back a little, but then I'm going to go back to the grind, because success isn't one event. It's a culmination of all the small things I do over a long period of time. So what was really interesting about this, and same thing that happened with us, is like Carlos was like, like we have to catch the upswing of this virality, and very much, tried to come up with all sorts of like ongoing ideas that, would be catchy. Oh, Carlos wants to.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, like I did, but admittedly, I didn't try that hard, right? But I did feel that pressure that you automatically feel. But I also came to a realization that, it's just, I didn't want to become a slave to that grind.
Yeah. So like part of it is that there are so many cases out there, and you see like this quote unquote rise of influencer culture, and these people that are making a living off of making these videos. And we know some people who are like early adopters of that, who are actually genuinely really great at it, and they love it, and they do a nice job. Early Vine stars like AB Family and so forth, and they continue on doing it, and they've made a living of it, and that's great. But then there's this huge layer in between that and like the regular person who never has a viral video, who might have some sort of either like a hit like you've had, or like Carlos had with the pug in the club, and you have a choice. You can either be like, oh, hey, there's an opportunity here. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to try to, get to AB Family level. Or the other side of it is like, what you have said is, I'm going to reflect on it, learn from it. It's really, very interesting, but ultimately I'm going to go back to my day job and do what I already do. I always do. And, you can apply some of that thinking to what you already do. But, I think there's also, especially with the younger generation, this is what I think you're pointing at, and what worries me a little bit is there's a psychological effect, a cognitive effect to, you get that dopamine hit of all these people sharing your video, and all these people commenting, and these new followers, and that's addictive.
Yes.
So, this is where I see a lot of the negative sides coming out in social, where you want to feed that beast. You want to continue. You want to get that hit again. You're craving that dopamine, and you get characters like Jake Paul.
Yeah.
That he keeps, it's all about upping the ante, being more and more shocking all the time. It's interesting to hear, because I think you said you tried a little bit of trying to follow it up with some other creative ideas. How did that work out?
Whew. I put that on LinkedIn because it's not a place for that on LinkedIn.
Yes.
This kind of video is not for that. So I put that and I wrote that because I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. It's scary. It's very scary because I've done something that is successful just because I loved it. And I don't know what to do with it. And some creators say, the algorithm of Instagram and YouTube is that you have to continue posting things, funny things, and keep you on this wave to make sure that you're popular, so it doesn't just not one hit wonder. So continue doing it. Funny things, force yourself to doing that, and after maybe 3-4 months, you'll be at a level that is very hard to go down. So I'm okay. I listen to that and say, okay, it's complicated. I'm freaking out because it's a pressure, but I wrote that on LinkedIn as a reminder of why I'm doing it and why I've done this video and why I'm a designer, just to have this discipline of putting something out there, even if it's not finished, putting something on there that even if I'm not proud, but to just create something and give value and put some value in the world, any way it is. Right now, this video is just an invasion. We love it's entertaining, but it's the same process I have to do with my newsletter, with things I share on Twitter, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, to just keep at it. And somehow, someone will be impacted very far away, and maybe in 6-9 months. And this is what I have to remind myself every time. And so every day I'm trying to find something funny. It's a pressure just for fun, but I have to be very self-aware of who am I and what I want to do and what I love. Mm-hmm. And so for teenager people that are just growing and they have so many things in their head, everything is new, they are becoming adult and the real life is on Instagram, knowing yourself, who you are, what you love, what you want to, even you don't know what you want to do, but you want to try things and you want to be prepared to fail at it and taste new things. It's very hard for them. I know I have the privilege of knowing who am I a little bit more. I'm still don't know most of what I do, what it is. I'm 41. I didn't figure it out yet. I will
join the club.
It's I don't. Yeah, I'm still waiting for that to happen. I'm in my late 40s, so yeah.
But for the younger people that don't know, and they shouldn't know because they have to taste things and try things and see things, and to have this feedback loop that is just about having attention of other people and say, you're good, you're bad, you're good, you're bad, instantly in a real word at Instagram, because it's a real word for them. It must be hard. So writing that on LinkedIn was just a reminder for me to compare myself to who I was yesterday and what I can create tomorrow, and that's it. And it's hard. I'm not saying it's easy. It's very hard, but reminding myself of that is helping me a lot.
That's amazing. So if you were to unpack your quote-unquote viral success and deliver any lessons, I guess, beyond that, what would those lessons be?
Doesn't mean that if you're successful or you have a good job or you reach your goals, whatever, you shouldn't look out to what's new and what could be disruptive, what people are trying to do, and really listen to what our people are doing, are observing and all. And don't judge of whatever is happening right now. So I see a lot of people that are older or whatever are seeing Twitter, Instagram as a fad, but it's not about that. It's not understanding why it's very popular, understanding the behavior and all, and very empathize with people that are trying to do something that is different from you, and embrace it in a way, taste it. Just for fun, just for fun, just to learn. I don't believe that you can understand something without being very empathic about it and putting your hands in it and do something about it. Design is a little bit like that. You cannot design in your offices. It's impossible. You have to meet people. You have to be on the ground and talk. And this is the same for pretty much everything that is new. And so TikTok was just an example of it was new. I'm so old for this social network. I'm so old. Most of them are 22, 16, whatever. So if I had to ask, should I be on TikTok? Most of them would say never. Don't go that. You're my dad. I don't want to see you in my feed. Come on. Just, but I tried something and try something that is not me, putting myself out of my comfort zone because, well, dreams go to die in comfort zone. And so you have to try something new. So there it is. Just do. And yeah, just do.
Well, I think that's amazing advice. And I think that's a wonderful way to end it is I love the quote, dreams die in the comfort zone. It's so true, 100%. And just do, put yourself out there. We continue to push ourselves to do uncomfortable things every day. Maybe I will even try TikTok at some point just to play around with it myself.
I'll follow you.
So you've inspired me to, where can people follow you for potentially the future viral hits? Obviously, you've got your finger on the pulse even in your 40s. And sorry to call you out on LinkedIn being like, there's a middle-aged man. Da, 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 da. I didn't, I take a lot of pride in that. I take a lot of pride in my age and being on the edge of things. So where can people find you if they want to follow you to get that wisdom?
Well, if you type my name, you'll find me pretty much everywhere. I'm everywhere. Snapchat, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, even my website, benoitmeunier.info. On LinkedIn, I'm sharing a lot of things. So even on my email, if you want to reach me, you'll find a way. Benoit Meunier. And if you want to ask me anything about design, whatever, I'm open. I have a lot of phone call for people who just want to talk about design and all. So benoitmeunier.info, and you'll find I'm everywhere.
Excellent.
I'm sorry for that.
Yes, absolutely. For those who have an Anglo ear like me, it's BenoitMeunier. The terrible Anglo way to pronounce that is Benoit Meunier. Sorry for the butchering,
Got it.
But I know that a lot of Anglos will be listening. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Benoit.
For having me.
Good luck on your future TikTok
domination. Keep experimenting. We'll be following along.
Absolutely.
Uh-oh. Okay. Have a great day.